and after that, he will respond to your concerns, questions, and so on. We know that you're a bit late, so without any further, I will now open the floor to listen to you, Mustapha. The Director General of the Agriculture,
Right here, right now. Head of the various agencies within the Ministry of Agriculture and you farmers. We are very grateful this afternoon to be here. We are very grateful this afternoon to be here, to be interacting with you, the farmers. We have just finished another such meeting where we met a newly formed agriculture unit. And our interaction here is a very important one. And let me tell you why it is important. All of us are aware of the recent volcano in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Do you know, as of today, what has happened there? More than 60% of the agriculture industry within St. Vincent has been completely wiped out. Completely wiped out. Also included in that are some of the smaller islands. They have no food anymore. Their entire agriculture industry has been wiped out. This is the importance of agriculture in any single country. And the emphasis under the stewardship of our Honorable Minister and our government policy demands that we continue to enhance agriculture and agriculture policies within our country. Today, we are able to support our CARICOM brothers and sisters by sending food. The third boat will be there not too long from now, right? Because we are in the position, because we have developed our agriculture, and we want to continue to do that. These engagements allow us to interact with farmers, farming communities, to better and provide our services, to make interventions. Since Minister has became the Minister of Agriculture, there are hundreds of such interventions we have made. Hundreds of visits to various farming communities, right from charity to Crab Creek to the interiors. And we'll continue to do this so that our farmers are better off, so that we can create wealth, we can create jobs, we can create food safety and nutrition. So comrades, again, we are here, we'll be listening to you, Minister will be listening to you, and at the end of it, he'll be addressing some of your concerns and interventions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ramraj. All right, so let us hear from you, the farmers now. There is a microphone at the front. Please indicate, and it will be passed to you. Let us listen to some of the issues, the problems that you are having within your area. Seems that everything is okay with farming here. Yes, we have someone at the back. Please come forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kemal Bridgeborn. Now, my major problem, right? And for a number of years, this has been a major problem for Guyana. is price control for our product. Now, my question is, as the Minister of Agriculture, how do you plan, or what is your plan in handling that issue of price control? Because sometimes you find tomatoes, for example, selling for $20 a pound, and another time $200 a pound, and as a farmer, I mean, the production cost of tomato and celery is very high, and sometimes we don't make that kind of money. So that is my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The Minister will listen to all of the concerns and then respond. Yes, we have someone here.
Good afternoon, Minister, General Chairman, Madam Member of the body. Sir, we have a lot of problems in this state. And farmers need a lot of help. We depend on the government because of the pandemic, weather factor. A lot of help. So we have the government can other equipment so that we can help us start up and get on our foot. Because the prices are too in the market. So I like to do the best to prepare the farmers in Brazil. The next thing, sir, we're my group is the Bushlock Armadale project. We are registered with. In Armadale, we have only one access road that where farmers can get to the land. And it's only the tread street, and the chairman knows that we need a road to go down between the subduction and the chairman knows about that. And if that road is gone, we can get access to our land because we can't go in the land. To go in the land, we have to make a bridge to about $2 million to get in the land.
Okay, so you made a point there, right? Yeah, so let us give the opportunity to someone. That's it?
No, one more thing. We got some fishermen who are having a hard time to get the fishes from the come out because of the mud and so on. They got to travel about half a mile, pushing old freight to bring out the fishes. So we would like, if you have to dig a channel to come in so that they can get access to come in and you take the same one and build it down. So they could use it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other farmer? Please be brief because you know the large
I
gathering.
planting farm at the back there and my husband did, and after that we don't let it plant it and it's a big plant. Like you can see the farm at the back there, like 1,000 soccer, and we don't let it plant the farm and I keep the farm up and the morning and they, we run the farm because when I get nothing to upkeep the farm, then we get at farm and people will think to upkeep the farm and we can children they might give me to upkeep farm and they have no children to mind to so then can't give me anything to upkeep the farm. Thank you.
So we can take one more farmer. Let me. Okay, go ahead.
Hello everyone, I'm the chairman for Organized Education Farmers Group. Like we have our meetings are very multiple, statutory meeting. We have to training already from March. So we like some assistance or something like partnership, tables, assistance to keep the meeting properly because something very hard as you can see. So, that is it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other farmer that would like to make a contribution? Okay, so if there is no other farmer, before I hand the microphone to the Minister, let me acknowledge the presence of our regional member of parliament, Mr. Faisal Jafarani, also our regional vice chairman, Mr. Ryan Peters, and other officials from the various agencies within the region. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will now handing microphone to Minister Zukfikar, so he will respond to your concerns.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Before I begin, I think that I heard Comrade mentioned they came from other areas. So this is not only Japanese, this is a different areas they all came from, across the DC. Okay. So we were written to by the group that the young lady just spoke just now. They asked us to come here and need some help. And other groups that are here, we are willing to work with every single group, every single person. Our job and our objective is to develop the agriculture sector. And this work that we are doing doesn't have race, doesn't have politics. Because if you are a PDP or you are a PNC or a AFC, as long as you produce, the country will benefit. And we will help you all to ensure that we enhance the infrastructure so that you, the farmers, will have the kind of infrastructure that are necessary to get a proper farm and to produce. So the issues that were raised by the comrade, by that farmers group, I will ask our officers to make contact with you, and we will have to send back our technical officers to look at the various requests that you have made just now, that they need a channel, they need a dam. We have to have a report from them, and then we can work to see how we can put those infrastructure in place. Then the young comrade who spoke earlier, talked about price. Well, we are looking at that. We recognize that our farmers in this country are doing farming, doing agriculture in a subsistent way, in a way that just they produce from the farm to the market. And we don't have any other things. That is why what we are doing in the strategic plan of the Ministry of Agriculture and the government of Guyana, we said that we have to have value-added product for our farmers. Now, when you produce tomato or you produce any other thing, we have to now look at processing these things. You understand? Make processing plans. And we have started to do that. This year alone, we will be building 5 new agro-processing facilities. But our farmers' attitude also have to change, because as soon as they reap their crop, they want to take it to the market. They don't want to take it to a packaging center. They don't want to package these products and get more value for it in the long run. So we have to work with the farmers. It's a culture that we have in this country. We have to work, and as you said that Nari has been doing training, I will ask the new GMC to come and also conduct some training among our farmers. Because the new GMC, their roles and responsibility is to find market for farmers' produce. And they have been doing that successfully in some areas of the country. Probably they never came to this area here, so that our farmers are not exposed to new market. Our farmers know in this area, our farmers know the traditional way of doing it. From the farm to market, even if you sell at the market, the price drops, you can't recover your cost of production. That should not be the case, because people are putting resources in their farming activity, in agriculture, and at the end of it, they are expecting to make a profit. They are expecting to take care of the needs of their family and their household. So we in the Ministry of Agriculture, we will have to facilitate that with the sectors that falls within the Ministry of Agriculture. For example, to enhance your crop, for you to do proper agriculture and put in proper practices in your agriculture, in your farm, NARI will have to do a lot of training. What we are doing now, we are putting a lot of effort to improve the way we have been doing this farming. We are now doing more training. We are doing agriculture in a smarter way. You call it climate smart agriculture. What that means? That means that the way we have been doing things, we can't do it how we used to do it before. With climate change taking place, with the weather pattern that we can't predict, when you plant in the open like this area here, plant in the open, your crop might destroy by the rain. Your crop might destroy by drought. So what we have done, we recognize that. And we recognize climate change is a serious concern for us in this country. Sometime in May, June, you got a drought. Sometime in August, September, you have heavy rainfall. So you can't predict the weather. The weather becomes unpredictable. So what we have been doing, this year, we will be working with farmers and farmers groups across the country to build 100 shade houses. You, the farmers, can benefit. If you work, we will be, as a matter of fact, last year, we procured $18.5 million in shade house material. We are selling those material at a minimal cost to farmers. As Minister of Agriculture, I want to assure you here this afternoon that if you are interested, we will work with you to build your shade house. Our officers will help you to build your shade house. And you can plant in a proper way where it will not be affected by the weather. And that's the way we have to go. Because when you plant in certain crop cannot withstand the weather condition. And sometimes, many times, farmers are losing out, they cannot reap their crop. So we will be working on that, and this year, we will be intensifying the building of shade houses around the country. So you must take the opportunity, you must take advantage of the opportunity that you have. Also, what we will be doing, since we took over government last year, what we have done, we have reduced all the harsh measures that were on the agriculture sector. We have reduced land rental and D&I charges. We took out VAT on a number of agriculture inputs. We have made more incentives, or we have given more incentives to farmers. We are having our agencies more responsive to the needs of the farmers. We have increased the number of extension officers. Extension officers have to be more accountable now to the farmers. They have to, what we are doing, we have crafted a strategic plan for the extension service of this country in the Ministry of Agriculture. They had a committee set up that was headed by Mr. Kuldip, who is the acting general manager of GRDB. And they had a number of officers who sat down for a number of days and crafted a strategic plan for the extension services in our country. And that encompassed not only cash crop farmers in NARI, GLDA, GRDB, NDI, all the officers. So we will ensure that we use that plan so that these extension officers that we have around the country, they must be more accountable now. And because what we are doing, we are now also giving them transportation. We are procuring transportation for them. We are ensuring that they have the necessary facility so that they can perform. And we are conducting, or we will be conducting, very regular training with them so that they can be up to date about agriculture practices, so that they can pass on those knowledge and training to our farmers. That's the way we do it. We have to work now, because we can't work in the old way, or else we'll get the same old result. When the commercial $20 pound for tomato, we will continue to get the $20 pound if we don't want to process the tomato. You understand? So we are working to build those facilities. Right, this year, we have seen an increase in 23%, from $18.6 billion to $22.6 billion in the agriculture sector. Why we did that? We did that because we recognize that the agriculture sector is one of the most important sectors in our country. And we have to ensure that we give the necessary facilities to our farmers. Your area might not have any major development over the last 9 months. But I want to assure you here this afternoon that we will work with you. We will work with you to ensure that we develop your community. We try to resolve your problems, and we work to enhance production in the agriculture sector in this area. right? We are not only talking about rice and sugar, the two traditional crops that we're talking about. We are looking at the other crop section too, because when you look in the Caribbean, there are potential for our farmers to export. You heard the comment talk about St. Vincent. Not only St. Vincent we send help, we also send help to Barbados, right? Because the volcanic ashes have been affecting that island too. So you could see that Guyana agriculture sector is robust now. We are moving, and we have seen over the last 9 months, we have seen a renewed interest in the agriculture sector. And I think that more funds will be allocated to the agriculture sector. We will work with you. We will work to develop your farm. We will work to help you to do more farming in a smarter way. We will try to help to do the infrastructure work where the dams are needed, where the canal needs to be cleaned. I will send back new GMC here to meet with the farmers so that they can have market for their produce. We will work along with you to plant the crops that can have market. So all those things we will be working, and we will be working with all the groups. We will be working with all the groups, and I will ask our officers then to come back in the area and meet with you. This afternoon we came here just to do a little presentation to the group that has written to us, but we will continue to work with you because we recognize the importance of agriculture. Our government knows that agriculture is always the backbone of a country's economy. We can have all the oil and gas in the world. A time will come when those oil and gas when those resources will be finished, will end, and agriculture will remain. Agriculture is responsible for all of us to come to this part of the world, or else some of us should still be in India and Africa. Today we are in this part of the world because of agriculture. Agriculture is responsible for all the development that have taken place over the years. And we as a government recognize that. The last administration, however, they have surrendered our position in CARICOM. So much so that St. Vincent and the Grenadines were the leading country in agriculture in the Caribbean. However, I am happy to tell you this afternoon that our President, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, he is today once again the chief spokesperson for agriculture in the Caribbean from Guyana. At the last CARICOM heads of government meeting in February, he presented a paper to advance agriculture, the agriculture agenda and food security in the Caribbean. That paper was adopted by the CARICOM heads of government. Today that's an official CARICOM document, and in that document it has a creation of a task force to push the agriculture agenda and food security. A task force that comprises of 10 countries in the Caribbean, 10 ministers of agriculture in the Caribbean, and that task force is chaired by Guyana. So we can use our position, Congress, to help our farmers, because in the Caribbean now, the Caribbean is importing close to between 5 to 6 billion US dollars every year of bringing agriculture produce into the Caribbean. Guyana has the potential of tapping into the Caribbean market. So we are looking, and we are very proactive, we are working very aggressively to remove the barriers in the Caribbean so that our farmers can export to the Caribbean. New GMC will facilitate you. We will have these packaging houses that we are talking about. We will set up processing plant. Very shortly, a processing plant will be set up in Blackbush Polder. Area like these also we will be working to set up new processing plants so that we can enhance your crop, we can enhance your the value for your produce, and at the same time make you more your crop more value so that you can export it not only in the Caribbean but other parts of the world. What we are also looking at, we are also looking to develop now an aquaculture industry, because there are great potential in the aquaculture sector in our country. So we are looking to do that. So our opportunities in the agriculture sector will be tremendous. And over the next 5 years, I want to assure you that we will work assiduously to improve the sector so that Guyana can become once again the breadbasket of the Caribbean. So we will be working on you are the people who have to make that, and we will help you to do that. We will have to facilitate you. We will have to create the necessary infrastructure, and that is what we will be doing over the next 5 years, So comrades, I'm very happy this afternoon that we are here. We have some small donation to the farmers group, but rest assured that we will be working with all the groups, all the individuals, because our objective and our job is to develop the agriculture sector of our country to make Guyana once again the breadbasket of the Caribbean. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Zukfikar, for sharing the vision and plans for agriculture in our region and Guyana as a whole. Comrades, assumption the office of Minister of Agriculture, and in less than 9 months, Minister Zukfikar had over 35 meetings and engagements with farmers in region number 5. Out of those meetings and engagements with farmers and residents of region 5, we would have observed tremendous changes and development in the agriculture sector within our region. Our minister has been on the ground working with the RDC and all other agencies to ensure that farmers receive good services, and out of that we had a number of farm-to-market roads, dams, access dams, canals, and so on being done in less than 2 months. So my friends, comrades, Minister will now make the presentation of planting materials, plants, and other stuff to the farmers group. And we have some schools that will assist in farming.
Put up these things on the front.
But Sherman, just come from out. Very hard of guys so much.
This is where Paul wash it. Come, yung lady that was writing and calling all the time. Go in the photo.
Come to you, now come in the picture too. Gotta go from south to you, kid.
Hey.
Come back, come in here.
Camera on.
Yeah, lady, come forward.
Yeah.
All right. Good. So, on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, this is the property now of the group. You all ensure you use this effectively to develop agriculture in the community. And this is only the first gesture from us, and we continue to work with you all, ensure that you all use it to the benefit of the group and the farmers in the community. Right? All right.
Minister.
Come on.